I guess question for Mr. Ohl, maybe Ms. Neese, in terms of the farms. I'm a farmer and also have a small business, and very concerned about my estate and being able to pass things on to my kids. Any rough estimates in terms of sizes, particularly of the average, such as it is farm or ranch, where they would fall in the different proposals that are being discussed in terms of estate value? How many are? What percentage of farms, what percent of ranches are above 3.5, above 5, or below those numbers, that sort of thing?
To our knowledge, there's no hard economic data that will tell you an exact percentage of farms or ranches that will come within the standard. Certainly, if the exemption rate goes down to $1 million, many more will come in. According to the National Agricultural Statistics Service of the USDA, the average beef operation was 573 acres, and the average operation also had 40 cows. And so if also the average profitability over a 30-year average was $30 per head. So what that would lead you to believe economically would be that average beef operation would average about $1,200 in profitability per year for that 573 acre average. So I guess what that really tells you is that there are many people in the industry who are not in the industry full time, that is merely a part-time, on a part-time basis. For those of us who are in the business full time, many more acres are involved. Again, according to the National Agricultural Statistics Service, in 2009, the average pasture value per acre was $1,070. In 2003, that was $605. So during that 4-year period, the average per acre value went up 77%, which shows you how rapidly these values have been escalating. Of course, that's of no use to us in the business, because we don't intend to sell our land. We would like to pass it along. So that's why this issue is so important to us.
Ms. Neese, any comments along the same lines?
Just a personal experience. My family farm has been in our family for 100 years. My grandfather started the farm, passed it down to my father and 2 other siblings. They ended up having to sell part of their land. It was a big problem for my father. I ended up purchasing the farm from my father to create less complications for him and giving him a life estate on the farm until his passing. So that's just an example of some of the things. And I have to tell you, this was back when the federal land was charging 20% interest rates. So I got my father out of that and paid it off for him. So these are some of the things personally that I've been through in terms of trying to deal with passing the farm off generation to generation. We're in Cotton County, Oklahoma, and because it is a 100-year-old farm, I'd love to keep it in my name.
Thank you very much. Just a comment, Madam Chair, that I think is a nice, great bipartisan bill that we could maybe get behind, and would hope this committee would look favorably on it. We're actually getting something maybe from the Senate into this week or next week, or whenever the Senate ever gets anything done, that's going to be spending a lot more for relief for different businesses. I can't think of any better expense is to take care of this, and the $28 billion or whatever would pale in comparison to the benefit for American farmers, American small business.